Welcome back to the Watch and Cut channel, everyone. So today we're going to do a little video of an unboxing. Actually, it's a massive box. So I'm going to open this thing off camera. I don't know why it's so massive because I know kind of what's in it. Oh, and what do you guys think of the new background? Not bad, huh? Yeah, I figured it was a little different than the black. No kidding. Wow. Holy crap. This is legit a shoebox size box for a watch. Yeah, this is a legit humongous box. It is thick. I swear there's a pair of boots in there. So, as you can see, we're going to do an unboxing of a Longines. Holy crap. Oh, man. All right, let me get this on camera. So, sometimes I really rave about packaging. I mean, this is next level. Wow. So I bought a Longines. Man, I'm kind of speechless about the box, guys. I don't even want to take it out because I'm going to put it right back in there. But holy Toledo. Massive box. Now this is kind of a special edition Longines, guys, so it does come with a fancier box. I guess you can, what is it? Oh, yes, the price tag. It's not what I paid for it. It was super on sale, like super on sale for Memorial Day weekend. But I just fell in love with this watch a few years ago, actually. After it came out, but you know, a couple of years ago, not recently. And I've always kept an eye on this particular model because it's got a very vintage vibe, and it seems to me that every time I gravitate towards a watch, it's something that's from the 1960s or 1970s vintage inspired. And you know, honestly, this is obviously no difference. I also seem to gravitate towards 1950s and 60s divers. That just seems to be what I like to look at. I don't know. Now this watch is 42 mil. It's a little bit bigger than what I typically wear, but I think it's going to wear really nice regardless of its size. Looking at the way the lugs are shaped with this kind of tropic style straps, and really cool buckle too, very shiny. It's like a high polished diamond finish. That's neat. So let me see if I can get all this stuff off here. Before I do that, let's see if there's something else in the box, because I see little lift tabs here. I'm wondering. Oh yes, see, I knew there was going to be more. Oh yes, so it comes with a book. The pioneer spirit lives on. Now I do have to mention that this watch does come as a series of different watches. This has a little bit of history. Oh man, this is nice. Look at that. Amelia Earhart. I wonder if she was sponsored by Longines. Let's see what this says here. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, Longines was big on chronometers in vehicles and in aviation. You'll see a lot of aviators. Look at that, Charles Lindbergh. That's another big one. Man, this is cool. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Rally Monte Carlo, a Renault Alpine. My dad had one of these, kind of a newer 80s, early 80s version of it with a 6-cylinder, but yeah, we had one of these in the family back in France. Oh man, very cool. I love this. This book is super cool. It's got a little string here, so it makes it easy to pull this up right here. And I'm going to put this back in this fancy box so I don't stain it or ruin it. And we'll put this little box with the little delicate leather tab that goes in and locks the whole thing. This is neat. You know, when people say packaging doesn't matter, I beg to differ. Obviously, that just made me giggle a whole lot more, just because that was kind of a cool experience, this big old wood.
That's what she said. Oh my God, what am I saying?
That was a pretty cool experience, you know, unboxing and everything. Let me put this back somewhere safe, and then we'll continue. All right, so let's see what we got here. Oh, there we go. Old plastic guard.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
All right, now that we've freed the watch up, let's take a look up closer here. This thing is really, really nice to look at. It's got kind of like a dark theme to it, which is what I really like, but it's almost kind of got a patina appearance to the whole dial as well, which gives you that whole retro look. Let's take a look at the... So I like the crown. When you unscrew it, has that positive pop when it comes out. Very nice. Yep, pretty late in the middle of the night. That's when I have time to do these things. Now to wind it is actually pretty nice. I like this. Very smooth. Here's the movement that it's got. Screw down crown. Very nice. Lug to lug is very nice as well. Wow. Actually, this bezel action is very, very crisp. So online, I saw a few of these with actually quite a bit of play, is what it made it seem like on some of the reviews people were doing, but yeah, not really, because yeah, it almost feels loose, but then it actually pulls itself back into a tight locked position right at the end. So it's actually, there's really no play. You actually do get a precise lock on it. You just have to know exactly where that sweet spot is, because you do kind of have to like click it and then back it out to lock it into place. So I kind of get that. Yeah, I guess it's not as desirable, but to me it's just a little idiosyncrasy, which does nothing to deter me from actually really liking this watch. I gotta say, the pliability of these bands, I do have the real tropic straps, which are very soft as well, but I gotta say these are even softer than the real deal ones. Unless, you know, these are apparently maybe made by them. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it, because these are all stamped Longines. And you would figure Tropic would stamp it if they made them. And looks like these are 22 millimeter. So that's what you're looking at as far as lugs. Got your little diver dude right here.
Ow! Scuba Steve, damn you!
Now, this is not really like a diver's watch per se. This is a skin diver. And there is a difference between the design philosophy of both. As a matter of fact, these kind of were more super popular in the early 60s and the late 50s for the mere purpose that skin divers were relatively thinner, because they didn't really go down into depths like you would expect something like a Rolex Submariner to do, like a true diver's watch. Skin divers instead were for hobbyists, people that intended not to put scuba tanks on, but instead do, you know, diving, holding their breaths, and having, you know, like a little mild scuba gear on and some flippers. So that's what this kind of was designed after. And it was actually designed after a legitimately very similar looking Longines from the 50s. Here it is right here. You can actually see them side by side. That's pretty crazy. That was the Nautilus, I think, or the Nautilus. Gosh. Get it together. I think it's the Nautilus. I don't remember. But anyways, there's some sort of nautical nomenclature that this watch particularly took after. And what's really interesting is that even though this early version was something that came out so long ago, at that time, wristwatches were what you would find in maybe like a 36, 38 tops. And this, back in the day, was already a 40 millimeter. Because the first critique I had is like, this is pretty vintage looking, but 42 millimeters is kind of pushing that envelope when it's coming to vintage design, right? Like, that's fairly large. And then coming to find out, like, that the OG was as well pretty large as well. So they bumped it up 2 mil for this one. But yeah, it's still a large watch back then, and still about, I would say, a similar large watch to today's standards. Now, 42 mil is a sizable thing that a lot of people will wear. This Timex right here, I think, is a 40 mil. So you can kind of see for size reference. But yeah, let's take a look here. What this guy looks like on my wrist. Now the thing is that unlike some other people, I have a bit of a smaller wrist, and so for me, larger watches are kind of a no-no unless under certain circumstances. And I thought this was going to be one of those times, and I think I'm right. This is a 42 mil. I can actually pull off no problem. Some of the other 42 mils out there I struggle with because of the lugs in their positioning more straight. As you can see, these lugs are actually angled down, which really helps with people with slightly smaller wrists. I have decent sized hands, but the wrists, you know, are what they are, and they're not as large as they used to be when I was more physically active and shooting in other sports. But so yeah, 42 mil is a stretch, but not for this watch, not for my wrist. I think actually it looks awesome. I'm very excited to wear this guy to work tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to do a full review on this guy at some point. This is just kind of an unboxing to kind of show it off. As a matter of fact, before we do that, let's go ahead and do some size comparison. Here's something I've been wearing a lot recently. As a matter of fact, I think this has more wrist time worn in a row in any other watch I've had for a couple of years. This has been a fantastic watch. This is the Timex Expedition Titanium, and this was an online exclusive on their website with the green straps of recycled material, blah blah blah. This watch was also featured on a Amazon Prime show I forget here, this one right here. He's wearing this thing throughout the whole season, the show tracker. There we go. And I don't know, I did a video of the unboxing and somebody just kind of raved about it. I put it on the wrist. I kind of kept it on because it's like, maybe it's time to do a full review on this thing. So been spending a lot of time with this guy, and I'm definitely going to spend some time with this guy as well. So kind of just to show you guys some larger watches in comparison, you know, which are fairly sizable. Some Seikos. Here's a Seiko 5. Here, I'm going to put Seiko 5 right next to it for comparison. As you can see, the Longines with that 42 mil presence actually wears and looks a lot more compact than some of these Seikos. This is the Longines that I started with. This is the Longines VHP. It's a very high precision quartz. Very, very cool watch, as a matter of fact. If you guys are looking for high precision quartz watches, this is one that I would consider. For the price, you outperform the Grand Seikos, you outperform pretty much everybody except for, I believe there's one that outperforms this watch, and it's, well, you know, if you don't do the GMT version, it's sub $1,000. I think it's like 700 bucks. So very cool watch to look at. The VHP GMT I think is even better. But so that was the first Longines I started out with. Also a bit of a larger watch as well. But yeah, comparing them all next to each other, you can easily see that this just looks very easy and comfortable to put on the wrist. Just the case size and everything is just so compact and well done. I do like some of the dimensions that they did here, but you know, kind of squared off is what you'll see on a lot of watches, and this kind of mixes a little bit of a square lug with a round case design, which I found kind of interesting. But yeah, overall, really thin profile, and that's kind of what the skin divers are all about. And as a matter of fact, compared to like more of a true diver's watch, it's kind of like the thickness comparison that you'll find from a true diver like this guy to a skin diver, which is something maybe made for like 100 to 200 meters of water resistance. 200 plus, you know, you get something like this. It's going to be a little more robust for like deeper diving. And we're talking tanks, right? This one, maybe not so much. So anyways, let's clear this thing out and let's finish up this video. So overall, I think this was just an outstanding purchase. Over in Joma Shop, they had a crazy sale. As you saw, the tag was $2,700. That's not really what you'll find these for sale. Over the years, I saw more like $1,800, $1,900. And Joma Shop had them for $12 or $11 something for Memorial's Day. So I jumped on it. It's my style. It's my flavor. Really great purchase, I think. Why? Because I like it so much, and I bought it for me. So, yep. I'm going to do a full review on this. It'll be really, really fun. And yeah, we'll talk more on the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and comment and subscribe, as it helps the channel greatly. And if you guys have any comments about Longines or what type of watches you like, please leave them down below. Until next time, this is Alex from the Watch and Cut channel. Out.